All right, happening today, Waterbury police expected to give us a big update here on a deadly double shooting that happened right outside of a nightclub over the 4th of July weekend.
2 minors now under arrest and charged with murder. Your reporter Sierra Jordan live sharing what we know right now. And Sierra, will learn more information later today.
That's right. Waterbury police are expected to give an update this afternoon as 2 juveniles face murder charges in connection to that deadly shooting. The 2 teenage suspects were arraigned on those charges yesterday.
2 juveniles were taken into custody in New Britain last Friday after police executed arrest warrants in connection with the July 5th shooting. The victims are 22-year-old Trayvon Dunbar and 18-year-old Zanaya Dawkins, who were killed outside LA 42 nightclub. During the multi-agency operation, investigators recovered several handguns and other evidence. Both juveniles are facing serious charges, including murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and unlawful discharge of a firearm. Their names are not being released because of their age. The club this happened outside of is now closed. The Department of Consumer Protection tells us they canceled their liquor license after the shooting.
We expect that update at 2 p.m. Police are still investigating, so if you know anything, you are urged to reach out to Waterbury Police or Crime Stoppers. We have both of those numbers on our website. For now, your reporter live in Waterbury, Sierra Jordan, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.